This is why you will never ever find a Topps Chrome update for retail. We just got back from a couple of Targets, a few Walmarts, some Best Buys, GameStops, and Barnes and Noble around my area. Just like that Donruss optics, the football optics back in the summertime where we couldn't find them and then they were getting sold for a pretty hefty price, you know. The same thing's happening again for the Topps Chrome update. Now let's talk about why it's happening. So why it's happening before we get to like why you're not going to find it. Why it's happening is a couple things. The first thing is you have these three main one of ones that everybody is looking for, and the first one already got picked, and that was the Ellie De La Cruz 101, and that sold for like $116,000. The second one and the third one are Jackson Holiday 101, and then the real important one is the Paul Skeens. And Pittsburgh Pirates are given like 30 years of, a season tickets and all this other kind of stuff for if you find that Paul Skeens 101. So everybody's trying to get these boxes, and they're hoping to find this Paul Skeens 101, which is Topps probably didn't put it out yet. Like if I was Topps, I'd probably hold on to it till about March by the time the season starts, spring training, and then I throw it out to one of the boxes, right? So everybody's buying all these boxes, buying, and no one's ever going to find it, and then eventually, they'll find it later on after they sold millions of boxes. So that's kind of what I would do if I was Topps. That wouldn't be the greatest thing to do, but that's a company. But hopefully it's out there somewhere and somebody's going to find it. Hopefully if you do find it, you'll tell everybody if you do find it. I definitely would. But, I haven't found any boxes. I found 2 boxes on Walmart.com. That was $49. That was a few weeks ago. And then I went back on Walmart.com like 2 days later, and they were $120. So that was the first reason you're not going to find it. The second reason why you're not going to find it, but the second reason why it's so popular and is because, I think Topps on purpose is holding the supply. You hold the simple economics. You hold the supply down. You don't let a lot of boxes go out. There's very few and far between boxes. Everyone scrounges around trying to grab those boxes, and they're off the shelves within an hour, 2 hours, and they're half a day, and they're gone, right? The supply's down. That means the demand goes up. Simple economics. So with those two things going on and those popular things that they've been broadcasting, those one-on-ones they've been broadcasting, everyone's trying to look at that big hit, which we talked about in videos before. The big hit is very few, far in between. And, Topps is doing this to itself for the baseball hobby. It's like, you're throwing this big hit out there. Everyone's trying to get this big hit that might be worth $200,000, and no one's really there to collect in the first place. So it's like, I'm sure, obviously there are people there that are going to collect and just, they want to get a box of Topps Chrome. They want to hold on to it. They want to put it in their collection and things like that. But, this isn't really helping the entire thing. It's like everybody's trying to get this one big hit and everybody's searching for this thing, and then like, who cares about the other cards? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, there are other cards that everybody wants to see as well, but well, who cares about that? I want to get the one hit, and that's what like everyone's looking for right now. And I'm sure it's not going to be in a mega box, but the reason why you're not going to find it on the shelf, just like the Donruss optic back in the summertime, is because there's a couple different reasons. First reason is, again, supply and demand. There's 3 boxes on there, and 4 boxes they may put on the shelves, 10 boxes, and they're gone within an hour. And they're gone within an hour. And the first thing is, again, I'm sorry about saying the first thing over and over again, but the first thing is a lot of local card shops are sending people in to retail, Walmart, Target, GameStop, all that stuff, right? And they're buying whenever they see these boxes, putting them on their shelves for now $100, $110, $120, and up in the price. And then you have a kid walk in there into the store and be like, I want to get a Topps Chrome up there. Maybe I can get a chance to, it's like Willy Wonka's golden ticket, right? I want to get a chance to get it. It's $120. Like, I'm sorry, but a 13-year-old's not going to have $120 unless, obviously their parents are giving it to them, right? But if they want to use their own money, my son works and, he might make, minimum wage, $16 an hour. And in one day, he's going to make $50, $60. Is he going to spend the 2 days and get one box of his 2 days that he worked? Probably not. That's why we always go after singles. Okay, do you want to get a Bryce Harper? Do you want to get Otani single. Get singles, they're a couple dollars, and there's your collection. You know what I'm saying? Your collection doesn't always have to be these big name things, right? And that's what everybody's out for now. Is like, I need to have this Paul Skeens and Jackson Holiday and Ellie De La Cruz and C.J. Stroud and Wemby and all these things in my collection. I have these big names in my collection. Whereas, why don't you just go after your, like, I know maybe they're your favorite players, but like go after singles and go after your the players that you want. Maybe your team. Maybe you want to get all like Braves. Maybe you want to get all Astros. You want to get all Broncos. I don't know, and try to build a collection that way. That's what I did when I was a kid. When I was 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old, I had a collection, and I had a book. I didn't really have the plastic sleeve, so I put all my NHL cards in a book. And I think I did a video on that, a couple of months back, and showed you all my NHL cards, right? And I had all of them in the book, and I separated by team. And I had all the team here. There was Tops, there was Bowman, there was Upper Deck, there was whatever, right, for hockey, and I just had them by team, and that's what I wanted. I wanted to collect. I wanted to get a Ron Hextall. I wanted to get an Eric Lindros, so Rob Brendamore, Matt Sundin. I wanted to get Pavel Bure. I wanted to get Gretzky, like stuff like that. When I was a kid, and that's all I really cared about. I didn't care about what kind of card it was, what grade it was, what this. I just wanted to get a card, and that's where the hobby's getting just like outrageous now. Like we've been talking about in the comments a lot, that we're always after these big name hits and these big hits that it's a problem. So going back to the shelves, so now the supply and demand's crazy, and the supply is way low compared to the demand, and Topps is banking on it because they're spending $49, and then these local card shops are going back into buying all these things, and then they're putting the 100 cards or 100 mega boxes in their store at $100 a piece. So that's why you're not going to find it, first of all. Second of all, there's backdoor deals being made. Maybe you heard this, maybe you haven't heard this, right? But I know for a fact from like 3 or 4 local card shops. Now, the local card shops, they get the stuff after retail. Retail gets the boxes first, whether it's a week before, a couple days before, a few weeks before, depending on the box, depending on when it comes out, and then the retail gets it, right? I was talking to a guy, and he was telling me about all this stuff. Another guy, another card shop was telling me about all this stuff. Maybe the bigger card shops do get it, but like the little card shops, they're getting things way after the fact. So now they're getting things way after the fact. Is Topps upping their prices? I'm not sure. I don't own a retail shop. Maybe if you do own a local card shop, not a retail shop, but a local card shop, do you pay, how much price do you pay? Like you can like chime in and things like that. Is it marked up compared to retail? Is it the same? Yeah, I don't know, right? But I guess you can search online as well. But I personally don't know because I haven't really searched that. But you have these card shops going in, and then are they making them pay $80 for it, and then they're selling it for $100? I mean? So whereas retail is getting it, they're selling it for $50, but maybe they're paying $30. I don't know. So I mean, is it a different price? Are they price gouging, or is it different? I'm not sure. But retail going in there and buying all these boxes, that's not really helping the hobby at all. So backdoor deals, the second thing, the backdoor deals are being made because you have people that are going to like MJ Holdings people or the Target people, and these things aren't even making it to the shelves. I know that for a fact they're not making it to the shelves, right? And if I was a person, I get, here's $100, I'll give you $100. I'll buy all those boxes from you, and they won't even, you can scan them in, and they won't even make it to the shelves, or maybe half of them will make it to the shelves in Target or Walmart or things like that. So there's some shady things going on that these people are going on like Facebook Marketplace. They're going on eBay. They're going on whatever, and on whatnot, and they're breakers maybe. And I got 10 boxes. What are you going to get? What are you going to pay me for a spot? What are you going to pay me for the Phillies cards that I get? What are you going to pay me for the Pittsburgh Pirate cards that I get? And out of these 10 boxes, and you might sell that spot for $500. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, the price gouging is crazy, especially around the holiday season as well, because they're putting a lot of stock out, and the stock's going pretty fast. I know my local Walmart, put a lot of stock out, and we're going to get to where I went today and looked for stuff where I didn't find Zippo, nothing. Okay, but that's the second thing. Like there's backdoor deals being made. The third thing is obviously there's I went to 4 Targets today. just today. I was just driving around. My wife was with me. She was getting kind of upset, but we just went real fast, right? And they're kind of all within like a half hour of each other, like in the same area. Went to 4 targets, took a half a day, and it's not a half day, but like half day to do it. Didn't find anything in these targets. And one target didn't have anything for stock, like didn't even have anything, right? But usually targets spend, or not spend, but they stock stuff around Tuesdays. It might be different now because it's the holidays, right? But Tuesdays they usually stock around and talk about stocks and all this stuff, right? We're doing an insider specifics in the beginning of the video. So if you're still watching after 10 minutes, 11 minutes, thank you. Appreciate you guys watching. We're doing an insider. We're doing like a email list. If you comment insider in the comments, we will send you the link where you can sign up, and we're going to send out a weekly list of like updates, restocks. What time is Target restocking? What day is Target restocking? What day is Walmart restocking? And things like that, because it's very hard to see that. You can go in like Facebook groups, you can go into Reddit groups, you can go to different groups and stuff like that. But you can also go into like, websites, but who wants to search 5,000 different places? So we're going to put it in one area for you guys, because that's what I want to do. Because I would search around all these different places to figure out who's dropping, what time they're dropping, what date they're dropping, who's stocking here, who's stocking when. So I'm trying to put it all together for you guys, so you ain't gotta be like me and spend hours to look for when these things are restocking. So hopefully that'll help you out. So again, if you're watching, comment insider, and I'll send you a link, and we will get you that link, and you can look forward to it every week to show you where you can kind of go at certain times. So anyway, going back, 4 targets went to nothing. 1 target didn't have anything. This is like, I know it's like Sunday, so Sunday's probably not the best day to do this, right? But usually Monday and Tuesday they're going to restock, so I might flip over there again this week just to see. Walmart's nothing. Usually Walmart's Thursday and Friday Walmart's restock. Now it's different this week because it's week before Christmas. They may stock like 2 times in a week. I'm not even sure, but usually it's like Thursday, Friday they're restocking. GameStop, I'm not really sure. I think that I asked the guy. He said it's all different. If you work at GameStop, let us know. If you work at Target, Walmart, let us know, because that would be great for us to have a good, comments on when you restock, and tell us where maybe like what state you live in, not where you live, but what state you live in, where you live near, northeast, southeast, whatever. So we don't have to give away states and things like that, or addresses, obviously, but it'll give us a good idea on where the restocks are, and when's the Northeast restock, and when's the Southeast restock, and when's the Central United States restock, and when's the California restock, whatever. So it'd be a cool thing to do and get a good running list for you guys. And we're gonna have the best email thing around, okay? And we're gonna have that so you guys can see everything and know exactly in certain regions where you're gonna have that. So again, comment insider. So went all this place. And when I went into Walmart, it was Target last time. When I went to Walmart, they were restocking. And I'm like, oh man, I got to get over there. Because the last time I went over there, and I was like, I don't like bothering people when they're restocking. I'm not sure if you're like that or not. I don't like talking to people when they're restocking, because I know if I'm restocking, I want to get my stuff done and get out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of hung back. And I walked in there slowly into Walmart. And usually in our Walmart, it's like right in the front. So you can see like, the boxes up. I'm like, oh man, I got to get over there. And I walk over there, and I walk slow. Then I stop, talk to my wife a little bit, right? And then talk with my son because he was with us, right? And then go back. And then by the time I get over there, it's like a 5-minute, like little, like, just walk over. 2 people walked in front of me, and they grabbed the Topps Chrome update. They had they had 2 boxes each. So they must have 4 boxes. Maybe they had more and people got them before that. I'm not sure. But they were sitting there with 2 boxes each. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Did it happen again? So the next time, third time's a charm, right? Next time it happens, I see a restock, I'm walking into the store, and I'm not waiting, and I'm going over there to see if I can at least get 1 box so I can open it up. I don't care about reselling this stuff. I don't care about getting the Pulse Skeens. I don't really care about any of this stuff. I just want a Topps Chrome update, because I have the Topps Chrome, and I probably opened like 3 or 4 blaster boxes of the Topps Chrome. So went over there and didn't have it. So I want to have like another Topps Chrome update, a section in my cards just for my personal collection, so then I can pass down to my son and my daughter and things like that. It happened again. I got so my wife's like, "Oh, why don't you just walk over there in the first place?" Well, yeah, no kidding, right? So just aggravates me is that I just wait that long, and I'm not sure if you're like me or not. And I'm very like, I'll just wait a little bit and go over there. It's just I should have just went over there in the first place and got it. So that happened. Then we went over to GameStop. They didn't have anything. I mean, they didn't have anything on GameStop. And usually they're pretty stocked. And there's 2 GameStops for me, and we only went to one. And then we went to Barnes and Noble, and then Barnes and Noble only had Topps, just Topps update, Topps 2024 update. I'm looking for baseball, obviously. They had like Mosaic footballs, um, and a couple other ones, but it wasn't anything crazy. Usually Barnes and Noble, the ones that I go to aren't really stocked that well, but maybe the ones that you go to have pretty good stock. But not many people know that Barnes and Noble has baseball cards, and even GameStop. So if you're just watching this video, and you need to know about that. Even Ace Hardware has cards. So long story short, I know it's a long story, and it's 16 minutes. I get it, but I'm trying to tell you my stories, so you guys can, maybe you have personal stories that you did too as well, and you're like very standoffish like I am. But did that and then didn't find anything, and I went back home again just to search, just to see. Went back home again, went on Facebook Marketplace, and a new thing popped up in my area, and somebody had like 6 Topps Chrome updates for like $120 each on there. And it was brand new, so they must have got it that day, the day we are looking at today. And they must have went around the entire area and just found different places and things like that, right? People have been saying in the comments, well, you're doing it old-fashioned. Well, I mean, what else are you supposed to do, right? You got to talk to the people and know exactly when they restock. Well, guess what? I mean, I don't have time for that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I teach all day, right? I do Rocket Club. I do robotics. I'm a science teacher. I don't have time to talk to people and ask them, okay, well, when are you planning to restock? What time and what date? Because obviously they change all the time, as around there too. So they're going to tell you, yeah, we do it Tuesdays at 9:00, right? And when sometimes it's like Wednesday at 9:00, so I mean, it's just, I don't know. If you know exactly when some of these things, like, you ever talk to people and ask them what time they actually do? I know Target is like 10, usually in the morning, on Tuesdays. And Walmart is usually about 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning on Wednesdays, or Thursdays. So, my long story short, that's what we got, and we got UGOTs. We got nothing. We didn't get any Topps Chrome updates. I did buy a Mosaic mega box, football, but holding on to that till later. We'll do our Pack a Day challenge on TikTok and YouTube. I mean, TikTok and Instagram. But we didn't really find anything. So why again will you never find a Donruss optic, or not Donruss optic? I'm going back in time. Why would you never find a Topps Chrome update? Because of those different things, right? They're selling before. They're so popular that you can't find them online now. And you have all these different restocks, the timing of these restocks. If you can time it right, and you can time it right, it's very hard to do, but you could. But that's what we're going to try to do for you in our insider group, in our newsletter, our weekly newsletter, is what time is Target kind of stocking around? What time is Walmart stocking around? So if you want to get a box for your son, you want to go in there and get it, right? I'm not doing this for people that are buying 30 boxes at one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do it for the person like you and I, that are just trying to go in there and find a box and maybe get lucky, or, find a Ellie De La Cruz, like a parallel or things like that for our collection. I'm not looking for like the big hit and stuff like that. Some big names, but you always look for big names like Bo Jackson when I was a kid, and Griffey and Gretzky and all those guys. But I mean, I'm not looking for a big name. I'm not gonna live or die over getting a big name or not. If I get a base card of Paul Skeens, that's pretty cool. I save them all. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole entire, a box for like Paul Skeen base cards, or Ellie De La Cruz base cards, or CJ Stroud base cards. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I want to save for my collection. Maybe they'll go be in the Hall of Fame one day. It'll be worth something later. So, but other than that, hopefully you went on the journey with me with this video. And it was a long-winded process of me just explaining stuff, and there wasn't really much to do, but there are some back deals being made, so you have to watch yourself. But in order for you to not drive around the world, maybe you can join our insider club, our sports card hit insider, comment insider in the comments, and instead of you searching around all these different places and all these different websites and calling people and talking to people, you can find out just through our stuff what we have found, and that might help you out to find stuff, especially around the holiday season. But we appreciate you guys watching. We will talk to you later. Peace.